Good morning. Happy Monday. How was your weekend? I hope it was just amazingly blessed. I was home, so that in itself was just a huge blessing. But it was a great weekend. We had the opportunity to go out with my brother and sister-in-law and just to spend time with Freddie, and it was just a great weekend. So this morning I had a really cool experience, and I just really wanted to share it with you. And so I wanted to ask, have you ever heard, what you think about, you bring about? It's a common saying. And so recently I had just a great opportunity to attend a really good friend of mine's gratitude retreat. And if you have the opportunity, or make the opportunity, because it is so good. And she was talking, she has a neuroscience degree, and so amazing. I really geek out on just that, like knowing how things work and understanding just that piece of it. So her message is very parallel with mine, and so it was so amazing to hear the science behind like gratitude and that. And so she was talking about in one piece, I'm going to read a little bit just so I make sure I have it right. So RAS, the reticular activating system, she said that it works like a secretary in our brain. And basically, like the more we look for something, we wire the brain to actually see it more and find it more. So have you ever, we experienced this, like you decide to buy a new car, and so you start looking, and once you find one you want or one you really like, now all of a sudden you see them everywhere. Well, it's not that all of a sudden there's a lot more of those cars everywhere. It's that because you started looking for it, the RES part of the brain, that reticular activating system, has now filed that. You've created those, that you've wired the brain now to just see it more. And we saw that years ago when our son he graduated dental school. His car just died, and so that was what we had decided to get him for graduation, and then he ended up getting married. So it was just a really great time to get him a car. And we researched, and when we found the car we wanted to get, all of a sudden, and we really didn't know anything about the Honda CR-V, and then all of a sudden we saw them everywhere. Even a girl at work drives one, and so I see it every day, but I had never even noticed it. So the reason I bring it up this morning, RES, the reticular activating system, is that, so gratitude. I've had a gratitude practice now for, probably a year and a half, maybe a little longer. And I've just been refining it, learning what I can, trying to just improve it and get better. Stacy's gratitude retreat, even learned even more. So I'm just going to keep working on that. So gratitude is definitely something that's very important to me, and just something I want to keep getting better and better at. So that is something that, especially since I just recently went to her retreat, it's on my mind, something I'm thinking about. Hey, good morning, Miss Crystal. So, because I'm really thinking about that, really being intentional with that, that RAS, that reticular activating system, that secretary's looking for that, right? It's filed that in my brain. So this morning, doing our workout, and I do this particular workout probably once a week, right? I noticed 3 times in this workout where she talked about gratitude. Once she said, smile, you have so many things to be grateful for. And my heart just lit up. I smiled. It just lit me up. And then 2 other times in the workout, she talked about being grateful. And I've done this work. I can't even tell you how many times we've done this workout. And I'm sure I've heard it, but never paid attention to those words. But now that I'm really focusing on gratitude and really making that a focus and thinking about it, I paid attention. It came up. My brain is looking for that. So, what we think about, it does matter. And it will start coming about because that's the way our brain works. It is so, so cool. So here's another thing. That workout, I sweated today more than I ever have. It wasn't harder. I went through it. I felt great. But afterwards, I felt so good. I was pouring sweat. I felt so good. I just was connected, and through the workout, I would remember to say, I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for what this does for my body. So those thoughts that we think, if we will think about them with intention, they do. The brain is wired. It really is designed for us to see those things. So if it works for the positive, it also works for the negative. So it's super important that we don't think, we get up running late and think, dang, today's going to be a crappy day. The brain will start looking for that and finding ways to prove to us and show us, yeah, today's a crappy day. So this was just so, so cool to see this in action, to see like it really works. And so I really wanted to just share with y'all. And so I know like today, I'm going to see so many ways and things where gratitude is just in action, because I already saw it this morning. And so I just want to encourage us to be thoughtful and intentional with our thoughts and what we're thinking, because that reticular activating system, that secretary, is laying those wires and will start looking for whatever we tell it to. That's how powerful we are. God made us so amazing. So I can't wait to hear your stories of how this works, because this was so cool for me today. I love you. I'm so grateful to have you in my life, and I can't wait. I want to hear, please, please, please practice this and then share with me how this works for you. So go out and have an amazingly blessed day. Love you guys.